One of the kids told me that his sister knocked one of these over. Everything is just so broken and you don't always see what's going on. And there's been kids playing here who've been working out for the last many weeks. And I've had some conversations with them and they're awesome, like super good kids. But it's a neighborhood, right? Right behind camera here is a full neighborhood. And there's some grass here and a hillside that the kids play on. And one of the kids told me that his sister knocked one of these over at one point in time. And these are dangerous. These will kill people. So I want to make some time here to take these apart, because the last thing that we want is any injuries out here with these kids. So these are fractured in a number of places. So I'm going to pull these down. Let's get these repaired and make sure that we're not going to have any issues with hurting the kids as they're playing around here, because it's right at the edge of the cemetery. Like, I expect there to be kids around, so no problem with them, but I want to make sure that I can do what I can to make this safe for them. For this one, it's the base that's delaminated. So not only is the base tipping back towards me, it's settled. It's actually settled all along here. So I have to put in some new foundations, but it's fractured, it's delaminated. So check this out. There's just a whole bunch of worms and soil in here. And on this one, the base is fine, at least it apparently is fine, but it's leaning back a little bit, but this is fractured. This would be easy for somebody to put a hand on and knock it over. Very loose, just fractured here. This is interesting. So I just noticed this now. So all of the inscriptions face you, face towards the camera. But you can tell things have been moved before. They've fallen over. That one seemed to be fine. There was one piece at the very, very top that was rotated improperly, oriented improperly. This one, right here, this is the Cox family. Same on that one, same here. Let's see if this one, yeah, Cox family over here as well. So these are all from the Cox family. But right here, this, you can tell it's been over before. Somebody moved it. So this was oriented. So this probably came over at some point in time, fell over. Somebody may have touched it inadvertently. Vandalism happens, but I'm not going to make any assumptions here. This place seems to be pretty good with that, but it fell over, and that's probably how it broke. So we'll get this back up in the right spot. A lot of roots again. This unfortunately might be, darn, this unfortunately might be broken again. I think so. Nope, that is actually full depth, so we're good. What I am finding here is sort of a rubble foundation. Let's pull some of this out. So I think I'm finding some brick. That looks like some, yeah, brick. So my plan of attack for the day is I want to get these pulled apart and then bonded where I can. We've got some good weather because I've been telling you we've been waiting for some good weather for a while now. And as you can see, short sleeve shirt. Now I can wear a short sleeve shirt and sweat when it's negative degrees out, but we've got some really terrific weather in the forecast and today. So I'm gonna get things pulled out, cleaned up, and then bonded when it's needed. And then later this week, we've got a big, awesome work day with the city. They're gonna bring a bunch of guys out. We're gonna work together. And what I wanna do with them is get foundations put in place. So the grid that you see here, we're gonna build foundations with that. That's ultimately what it's here for, but I'm using it to air these out and to let them dry. It'll help out with that bonding process, helps out with the cleaning process. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work today. We're gonna get a lot of these things pulled up. And then probably tomorrow or the day after, we'll work on some of the bonding if it's needed. But today, pull it out, clean it up, good to go. So as long as you roll these isn't a toppling, you know exactly the orientation, because you can see all I did is I flipped it over. So the bottom is up. To get this back in place and know which side goes where, topple it forward again. But let me show you something. This is really faint, and you might not even be able to see it on camera, but even for a small piece like this, the carvers put an X in it, so we know which way that's gonna face. So there should be corresponding X's. If we topple these around, roll them over, we'll see X's on these other pieces to denote which one goes where. We know this one, just because of the inscription, we know that it already goes in this direction. So, but keep an eye out for those little cues. They put them in there for a reason, and they're super helpful. So just out of the camera shot here, we've got all the kids that love playing around here, and they're awesome, super good kids. But they are the ones that I'm doing some extra special time on this one, because I want to make sure that these kids are going to be safe, because there's a whole ton of folks here in the neighborhood. They're all watching now. Let's go see if they want to see what's going on. So that was kind of fun. I just got back from chatting with all the kids. I went and they wanted to come up here and see, but I ran off and had them get some parents involved. So they're younger kids, and they were all playing together. And anyhow, they're out here just kind of in this kind of dead-end street area, and parents came out and said, yep, super awesome. They were super great. Parents were super engaged with it. They all were like, oh, this is on TikTok, this is on YouTube. They were super excited for that because, you know, kids like that. So anyway, what was fun about that is that, you know, we think about cemeteries as this is something that is, you know, a community involvement, and no one person can do everything. And so with that, like, you know, we know that we can't do everything, and so it becomes the local population of people that are living here that have to take care of it and keep an eye out and make sure that everything's on the up and up, and if there's a concern that they ask. And so I gave the kids their responsibility to make sure that, you know, they live here. And so vandalism can happen and they can watch out for it. So they're out here playing around, and, you know, now that they know that there's some responsibility that they have, in a good way, fun way, right? Education. And they got to see, and you know, they picked up one of these really small pieces and held my hand under it to make sure that it wasn't going to drop on their toes, because they were wondering just how heavy this stuff was. But that was a lot of fun. But they're the ones that we're making these extra safe for over here on this edge, because we want to make sure that they can play around and be near here. But, you know, accidents happen, so we want to make sure that we're doing this right. Well guys, I'm basically out of water. I've gone through, I think 12 gallons of water today on this. Thank you to my Patreons. If you guys haven't joined Patreon, want to follow along there, get some behind the scenes content, support the work that we're doing out here in the cemetery, please join me. Please join us along that channel. Links down in the description for that. So I'm back out at these headstones that I took down just the other day because they were broken and we're working on that right now. We have all the kids that were playing around here and they came back out to say hi again and climbing all over everything. So it's a good thing we're here to make sure that everything is safe because they wanted to hang on everything and they still want to be in the videos. They still want to say hi to you guys. So hi from them. They're super excited about this. So kids, when you see this later, if you see this, I think you will because I know you all followed me. You can see it. It's been quite a busy day out here in this corner. This is a woman that was just here. She had seen me out here working yesterday and they didn't stop, but said if they saw me again today, they were going to pop over. So apparently their ancestors are buried here. And so she walked me around and showed me where they were at. So they were thankful of the work being done. And I just appreciate them taking the time out to come and visit with me. It's always awesome to meet families and certainly the work is rewarding regardless to be able to meet family in person. Super.
door fits down there really well. But to be completely candid, I'm not as worried about the aesthetics of this because it's a base and a lot of it's going to get buried. It came together really nice. Well, you guys, that's what we're waiting for. We were waiting for good weather, which we got to get the bonding done. There's a lot of different pieces today. I think we got 4. My memory's even fading a little bit. I think we got 4 done today. You guys can remind me in the comments if I'm wrong. But we got a bunch of that done, and that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for the right temperatures. So thanks for hanging with me in here. We've got a little bit more before winter hits. I know I've got some work with the city coming out. They're gonna come out, they're gonna visit, they're gonna help me out on some projects. We're gonna get these back up before winter, which I'm super excited about. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.